What's up, guys? This is going to be another screencast style video. Haven't done one of these since I did the CS timer background video. And you're probably wondering why I've got this whole "you deserve better internet." That's a nice marketing word. You deserve. Why have I got this open? Well, this isn't going to be a cubing related video. I want to talk about something not cubing related for once in my life, and that is the Brave browser. Now, I'm going to get to why I'm talking about the Brave browser and how it's kind of related to something sort of cubing related, but not really. So what's my background with the browser? Well, I've been using it for well over a year, so I know what the browser's like. You know, I know it's legit. I know that it works, and I'm perfectly happy with using it. I use it exclusively on my computers as well as on my phone. And the original reason that I switched was actually because of the inbuilt ad blocker, because, you know, no one likes being forced to sit through like a 30-second ad. So that's the primary reason I got it. I was having problems with my ad blockers in Chrome, tried Firefox, didn't really find many improvements there. So then when I switched to Brave, I found it resolved all of those kinds of issues. And it's just been smooth sailing ever since. So that's why I switched to it about over a year ago. One kind of neat little thing is it'll actually tell you how much it's kind of saved in terms of like bandwidth, how many ads is blocked, 300,000. That's a big number. 4.3 hours time saved, quote unquote. So that's another kind of nifty little thing there. But I mean, the point is, like, out of the ad blockers I've used, I've had the most success with this one. If you've had success with a better ad blocker, you can let me know down in the comments. So if you're only interested in like having a high quality ad blocker and someone points you to a better one in the comments, and like, I don't know, try that. But there are other reasons that I like the Brave browser. And that is because it actually gives you cryptocurrency in exchange for watching its own ads, but they're very non-intrusive. And hopefully one actually comes up during this video, because I should be doing this long enough for an ad to come up. It's basically like a little notification in like the bottom right. You can click out of it just as quickly as it comes up. So yeah, I originally used it for the ad blocker. I wasn't even aware of the fact that it paid you in crypto to watch its own ads until pretty much around the time of like February this year, like around the time I had surgery. You know, coronavirus obviously hit, so I had a lot more time to spend at home, a lot more free time to look into new sorts of things and ventures. And yeah, I thought, oh, okay, it pays me money to watch ads. That's, you know, kind of cool. It doesn't pay you much. I'll say that from the jump. You know, you're not gonna replace your 9 to 5 scrolling on the internet. That's for damn certain. But, you know, it's better than getting $0, which is, you know, what you get for using, like, Facebook, or Twitter or Instagram, stuff like that. Unless you, like, do content stuff. Like, that's obviously different. But, like, just for using the thing, like, you don't get paid. But with Brave, you do. And that's kind of cool. But with that said, when I started looking into it, in, like, the settings, and I'll get more into that later, basically, I realized I had just, like, accumulated a bunch of this random cryptocurrency called BAT, or Basic Attention Token, which is the token you're given for your, you know, your basic attention, which is, you know, self-explanatory. But I also lost a good amount of it as well, because I didn't realize there was an auto-contribute setting, which basically gives a portion of the BAT you earn per month to basically the websites you use the most. Which, I mean, it's a nice little feature, you know, like, it basically allows, you know, you to like automatically support the people you're already kind of consuming the most of. But at the same time, let's be real, we want to get the most money out of this possible. I'm going to show you how you can do that purely from just using it. Now, moving on, so how does this kind of relate to cubing in a way? I want to talk a bit about why I've never really done any of the like Patreon type stuff or any of like Patreon's competitors. And basically, it kind of comes from feeling weird about accepting donations. Obviously, I've had people tell me, like, they want to donate and ask me how they can do that. And, like, I've been happy to, you know, tell them, like, what my PayPal is for that kind of thing. But in general, I've always felt a little bit weird. I'm getting a phone call right now. This is not the good time. Whatever. I'm not recalling this. But, yeah, basically, I don't know. I feel like having, like, a little, like, PayPal donation thing or something like that, I'd feel like kind of like, you know, everyone has like that one thought from their high school who like, they have like a Twitter or an Instagram and like in their bio it's like their Venmo or their Cash App or something. Like, I don't know, I don't want to be that person. But I've thought about it, and I've been kind of like rattling my brain whether or not I want to make this video, because I could see how this could make me look like a little bit of a shill. But to me, I think Brave solves this problem because you're not really taking people's hard-earned money. It's just money that gets generated from like using a computer and watching ads, which is like what you do anyways. Some of you probably do it a lot, maybe even too much. That's okay, I probably do it too much myself, let's be real. But yeah, that's kind of how it solves that problem for me. Like, people aren't going to be spending money on me, like money that they've made from working and stuff, which I've always just felt kind of like weird about, especially since I don't really want to do like, you know, if you donate this much per month, you get this, that, and then if you donate even more, you get, I don't know, something else that you might want. I've never really wanted to do that. I just think if you want to support people you like, you can, and if you don't, you don't. So yeah, that solves this problem for me, and I think this could become a thing that more cubers use. I'm actually going to show you, so there's a thing called Brave Creators. You can see they're content creators. It's basically just a way to like link certain social media outlets to Brave, and allows people to like give you basic attention token easily. So if you see on my channel, within the Brave browser, if you click this, Brave Rewards, it'll say that I'm a Brave verified creator, and if you want to send me a tip, you can do that. And if you want to set like a monthly tip that you send me every month, you can do that as well. And if you don't want to, that's cool too. I'm going to give you some other reasons why you might want to use the browser. But yeah, as far as I know, I'm the only cuber who has one of these. And I think a little while ago, someone randomly sent me like 2 bat out of nowhere. And I don't know who it was, because I'm pretty sure it's all anonymous. So whoever that was, if you're watching, thank you. That was cool of you. But yeah, if you look at anyone else's channel, like, you know, my man Felix, why haven't you got one of these? What are you doing, Felix? If someone randomly sent me 2 bat, I guarantee there's someone that's tried to send Felix like probably like 200 bat or something crazy. So come on, Felix, get your bat on. What are you doing, mate? So yeah, that's kind of what I see. Like, I see potential in it as like just a competitor to Patreon. Another reason I've never really been super big on Patreon, I'm just a bit hesitant because like there's a bit of a cancel culture side to it. Not that I think I'd ever get like, you know, banned from social media platforms for wrongthink or anything, but like, I've seen it happen, and, you know, I already have reservations about, you know, using YouTube and what kind of content I put out, and, you know, how that could, I don't know, get me cancelled or, you know, banned from big tech or all those other wonderful conspiracy theories. But with, like, Brave and Basic Attention Token and, like, Brave Creators, I don't really have any of those concerns. I think they're generally pro, you know, like, freedom of speech, all that stuff. And now, like I said, so there are other reasons to use Brave other than just tipping your favorite cubers. If you don't want to tip cubers, you're more than welcome to just use the browser and, you know, use it as a passive income stream. Or I shouldn't say a passive income stream. It's like, you know, stream implies that you're getting a lot of money. You know, you think of like a waterfall. It's more like a passive income trickle. It's kind of like you poke a hole in the bottom of the cup and, you know, just trickle that. It's not that much, honestly. But yeah, you can absolutely do that if you want. So one way you can support me if you want is you can do that. But another way that's, you know, doesn't require you to, you know, give away fake money that you get from doing what you already... I shouldn't call it fake money. I mean, like, I think it's a real project. Basically, down below, I'm going to have an affiliate link for installing the browser. And by doing that, you can help me out basically without any cost to you whatsoever. All you have to do is just install a browser and, you know, see if you like it. And I should also mention that I only get a reward in Basic Attention Token if you use the browser for 30 days. So basically, I'm only going to get an affiliate commission if you like it. So if you decide that the browser's, you know, it's shit or a scam or a pyramid scheme or whatever, you can just uninstall it, you know, don't use it for 30 days, uninstall it sometime between the first day you use it and the 30th day you've used it, and I won't get any money from it whatsoever. So I think it's a pretty fair deal. Now let's talk about actually a bit about setting up the browser. I'm not going to like do a whole setup video because I don't want to like install on this computer. This computer's it's been through a lot recently, and I don't want to accidentally... It's probably not going to break it, but it's just too much effort. There's videos online you can find like how to set things up. I'm going to show you just the important stuff a bit later on. The main thing I want to mention is that if you're switching from like Chrome or Firefox, they do make switching over very easily, because a lot of people, they get a lot of like, you know, their bookmarks saved up. You know, I've got all of mine there. I've got my work ones there. socials, cubing, widgets, my old work. It's literally as simple as like a click of a few buttons, and it'll import everything, and it'll basically the same user experience as you would get with Chrome or Firefox or whatever your old browser is. I don't think it supports like every browser, but I know it does support Chrome and Firefox, which are, I think, the two most popular ones. So there's no real stress or worries there. The only difference is you'll be seeing less ads, and your computer should, or rather your internet should run faster in theory. And that's what I've noticed in practice as well. So yeah, what else should I talk about? Like I said, basic attention token, it's money for your basic attention. You will get ads that will pop up in like the bottom right here. One hasn't popped up yet, I don't know why. But yeah, like I said before, the ads are extremely non-intrusive. If you've ever gotten a thing that's like, you have to restart your computer at these hours, and then you just like click the little arrow and it's gone. Like that's all the ad is. It's, you know, it pops up and then you can get rid of it just as quickly as it shows up. So now I'm just going to talk a little bit about some of the settings before I close out this video. So you'll have a thing called Brave Rewards. You'll want this on unless you find those ads in the bottom right way too intrusive, in which case you can turn it off and just, you know, get the better ad block experience. And then ads, this will just tell you what's going on, but the actual settings are here. And it'll default to 2 ads per hour. But if you want to maximize the money printer go brrr. That was a bad brrr. There we go, that's better. If you want to maximize it, 5 ads per hour is the max you can do. You can't like hack it and somehow get it to give you like 20 ads per hour. I don't think there's even enough advertisers on the platform yet anyway. But yeah, that's the first one you want to do. You want to go from 2 ads per hour to 5 per hour. That'll, you know, get the money printer going up a little bit harder. Auto contribute, you know, probably want to turn that off, unless you want to trust the algorithm to, you know, automatically contribute a percentage of your basic attention towards the sites you happen to support the most, if they happen to be like verified on Brave, which they may or may not be. So other than the fact that you probably just want to accumulate BAT for yourself, like let's be real, most of the people watching this aren't going to donate to their favorite cuber, and I don't blame them one bit. But I believe it does donate just based on website. It doesn't actually check whether or not they're a verified creator. So BAT just kind of gets like lost in the system until they do become verified, and at which point their BAT becomes available. So again, Felix, get on this. I guarantee you've got some BAT to collect. What are you doing, mate? And then there's like the monthly contribution things. I haven't seen a way to like set things up here, so I think you just have to like go to the channel and like set that up yourself. So I could set this to, well, it's not letting me set anything because I've got no BAT at the moment. I transferred it into a different wallet. But yeah, in conclusion, I haven't said that phrase in a while. Probably haven't said it since maybe last week. I think it's a cool way to support cubers. I think it's a cool alternative to Patreon. I personally, just from an ideological standpoint, I like it a lot more than things like Patreon, because again, I'm not taking money from like money that people have earned from like working an actual job, which I just feel weird about. Like, you know, I'd be doing what I do whether or not people were, you know, donating or not. So that to me is kind of weird. But this is money that you get from doing what you would normally do. And, you know, I'm over here doing what I normally do. And people like what I normally do. And if you want to put money on it from money generated by doing what you normally do, you can do that. I would also encourage more YouTubers to consider doing the same and set up their own Brave, you know, creator thing. It's very easy. It only takes a few clicks. Again, I'm not going to go over that in this video. Just look up how to become Brave verified creator. It's just as simple as like putting in your details and linking stuff. And like I said in the beginning, if you don't want to tip your favorite cubers, which again, most of you aren't, you're probably just going to want to make money, and that's fine. You're still welcome to use it and stack some BAT. Do that as you will. And for anyone who wants to, you know, get all iffy about, you know, if it's free, you're the product. Like, well, you're probably already using Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all these other social media apps that are using you, and they're not paying you anything. They're just selling your data. So, you know, why not try out something like this? And then the last thing I'll say, and this is to do with like the wallet. So Brave is exclusively like with Uphold as their like wallet provider. I'm not the biggest fan of Uphold because of like KYC stuff, but I also understand that like So KYC, for those of you who don't know, just means know your customer, and there's like regulations around like how corporations have to like do that within the cryptocurrency space because governments have basically realized they can't stop it. But yeah, if you're concerned about like KYC stuff and you don't want to do KYC, like don't try to make money from Brave because you will have to do KYC. You'll have to do something else instead. Like you could try mining even though it's not profitable and you'll probably just destroy your computer doing it. But yeah, just for transparency's sake, that's all I wanted to say about that. So again, like I said, there'll be a link in the description and hopefully in the pinned comment as well. And if you use that affiliate link to install the browser and use it for 30 days and you love it and you think it's cool, I'll get paid for that and that'll make me happy. And none of that money that gets paid to me will be taken out of your BAT. It's just what comes from the system. And if you do end up wanting to give your own BAT to me or other cubers once they end up getting verified, Felix, I'm looking at you, buddy, then you can do that as well. So yeah, that's it. That's the video. This is a non-cubing video. I've been wanting to do a non-cubing video for a while, but I've been kind of wondering what I should do it on, and I thought this would be a cool little topic because I think we could start a little trend of cubers, you know, being Brave verified, and I think some cool things could come from it. Fuck Patreon. Thank you for watching.